We live. Oops. Not what I meant to do. All right, testing out the audio. All right, sounds good to me. Just gotta make sure the background music isn't too loud. Market opens in 2 minutes. Opening up above the overnight high, most likely. Gold peaked out about 108 last night. All right, here we go. 15 seconds. Strong push up off 658. Tired. coming down, down, down. Pretty decent sell-off there. That was about 50 points. Right back up to the highs there. Coming up with some confidence now. If we go to higher time frames, breaking out of this 740 level. We got a level here up at 840s, 845. Should be kind of a strong level. A lot of resistance in this area. If we can get above that, 26,000 back on the table potentially. Don't believe we have any news coming out today. Let's take a look at Market Watch Monday. Yeah, everything already came out for this morning. Not really super important for the market. Consumer confidence tomorrow. This is what we'll be looking at on Wednesday. Fed meeting for interest rate decisions, and then Jerome Powell is going to have a press conference in the afternoon. Jobless claims Thursday. PPI on Friday. That's about it. Next week, not a whole lot going on. U.S. employment report next Friday. Unemployment rate. So this will be telling for the next interest rate decision, but not really going to play a factor in this week's decision to cut rates. Alright, so NASDAQ showing some strength on this opening 5 minutes. So is gold. Alright, NASDAQ tapping into the 780s. So far, so good. $790s. Gonna attempt 800 here. Like I said, we got that level at 845. Immediately close that overnight gap. Hourly candle looking pretty good. Got 23 minutes till the close of the hourly candle. 23 minutes to the close of the 4-hour candle. So if we can stay strong on this 4-hour candle up into this previous day's high, longs definitely will be in play today. But if we come up here and reject, could start coming back down for these lows as well. So got to be careful for that. Gold making its way back to all-time high. Got resistance at about 5,095. Let's put a line there for now. And then ultimately highs are going to be up here at 107.9. Opening 15 minutes looking strong on NASDAQ and gold though, so pick your poison. Let's get rid of this. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. Okay. Daily chart extremely strong on gold. Good morning, good morning. Happy Monday. Daily chart. Oops. Daily chart looking pretty strong on NASDAQ as well. We're just still sitting in this range, so kind of got to be careful with any position we take that we don't get rejected here as we're coming up to 26,000. It's where we've been rejected at before, so could definitely break out of that level, but like I said, just got to be careful with it. So right now, just waiting for a good opportunity. Oh, there's a Powell-Trump meeting today also. What time? Do you know what time that's at? I wasn't tracking that. I was just looking at, if we look at Market Watch, we got interest rate decision coming on Wednesday, and then Powell's going to have a press conference, as he usually does after the rate decision comes out. But if him and Trump are having a meeting today, that could potentially influence the market. Missed that on NASDAQ there. That was a nice bull flag right off the 9 moving average. Dang. Nice move on NASDAQ. Could have been a little 50-pointer right there if you got a good entry. Still got about 3 minutes till we close the opening 15-minute range. So, gonna be patient today. Definitely don't want to get caught in that. That is craziness. I'll have to I don't know. I don't see anything about him meeting with Trump today. I'll be interested to watch that if it does end up happening. I just don't know what time it's going to be or where they'll be speaking at. I feel like I got little allergies going right now. All right, 1 minute till we get a 15-minute candle closure. So far, NASDAQ looking strong. Came right up to this kind of previous day high area. So I would imagine we're going to at least come tap this level at 845. And then we'll see what it does from there. If we're going to continue to push through that level, or if that's going to act as resistance and send us right back down. Now, everything that's happening in the market up until Wednesday is pretty much manipulation coming into that Fed meeting because, nobody really knows what's going to happen except for very high-level people that have access to information we never will. So, I wouldn't be surprised if markets just kind of slowly push up into that rate decision by the Federal Reserve. But doesn't mean we can just go long wherever we want. Still need to make good entries, good trades, and do all that stuff. So gold coming back up for that high. Nice little bounce there off the moving averages. See if we make it all the way up. Why is the cat just laying with his face in the pillow? It's funny. Alright, so gold definitely strong right now. To be expected, we're right at all-time highs. I hope I'm not getting sick. I was doing some landscaping work a couple days ago, so I'm hoping it's just a little dust caught up there. Yeah, it's going around, man. Ugh. Just feels itchy. Possibly an opportunity on NASDAQ here coming into the 9 moving average. But I also would not be surprised if we come test the 21. So I'm not going to take an entry here. But this is about a 30-point move back up to Friday's high. But a lot of risk for downside as well. It's about 100 points back to the low of the session. Not that we're going to go there, but I've seen crazier things happen on the NASDAQ, so... We did try to break above the 15-minute range. I'm gonna make this box purple. He's tripping me out right now. Here goes gold trying to break above session highs. There it goes. Let's see if we get that same strength on NASDAQ. Let's see where ES is at. So ES looking a little bit stronger, just a teeny bit. ES is breaking that session high. NASDAQ's going for it. Trying anyway. Gold looking pretty strong. Got this pivot up here at the 104s. Pivot on NASDAQ at 25,876. There's that break of the 15-minute range. Now with some strength. Got about 1 minute till this 5-minute candle closure. Let's see if we can hold above, get a 5-minute candle close outside of this 15-minute range. Coming back down. I would imagine anybody that got long here or here is going to have their stops below this low. Kind of that 800 level. Getting some wicks put in on NASDAQ. Pretty wide 15-minute range, about 120, 130 points. Lows at 700, up to highs at around 827. All right, here comes that high at 846, so let's see how it reacts. So we're about 30 points outside of this 15-minute range now. 20 to 30 points. So I'm just looking to see how it reacts at this level. All right, we got previous day high right here. Previous resistance here in this area. Could definitely make our way up here. Like I said, 26,000. Might as well just put a line back there at 26,000 again. Gold is coming into some previous overnight resistance here at the 5,095s. Gonna see how we react at this level. 4-hour chart is looking good on gold though. Had to push down on this 4-hour candle, wicked right back up. So if we start extending this candle body here in the 4-hour, that'll be looking nice. Hourly chart looks strong. So gold catching an initial reaction off that level. Some selling coming into play. Down about 8 points, 6 points. Man. I might need to go get something to drink real quick. That was a nice little retest of the 15-minute range on NASDAQ. See if it holds that. Still got about 2.5 minutes till we get a 5-minute candle close. That hourly candle is nice though. That previous hourly candle right up to this resistance area. So it's looking strong at the moment. Nice rebound off the moving averages on gold. Still holding strong. That was kind of right off of 87. Just opened up a new 5-minute candle. Oh. Is NASDAQ gonna punch through with some authority? Let's see. There we go. Here's a little something something. Alright, got a red flip on that 1-minute candle. Couldn't quite make it to those highs. Still kind of holding that 9 moving average for dear life. She's clinging on. So is gold right now. So, not looking so strong as it was off of the open anymore. Volume really slowing down. Gold making that push again. Feel like we're waiting for something here. I didn't see any news coming out, but this consolidation is getting pretty tight on top of this 9 moving average. So we're either going to bust out of here to the upside or the downside. Right now she's looking a little weak. Again, coming into the top of that 15-minute range. Gold, very nice bounce off the 21. NASDAQ breaking into the 15-minute range now. Cool, so that area was definitely acting as some resistance up at previous day high. Probably could have anticipated that with this wick we put in right here above that, and just overall not looking very strong at that level. Tried to catch a bounce off the top of the 15-minute range, couldn't do it, and now we're rejecting back into that range. So are we going to see some follow through is the question. Put that low in at about 808. Might need to take some Claritin or something. Dang. Eyes are feeling a little itchy too. I think all that dust I was around is catching up to me. Alright, so again, trying to bust out of that 15-minute range. Buyers are hanging on for dear life. They couldn't do it. Flipping red again. Gold is making that push now. We'll try one short on NASDAQ. See if we want to break through this 9 moving average. That level's at about 800. Showing some strength on gold now. If NASDAQ is going to break through 800, we probably will come into like the 790s at least. Or we're just going to turn right back around. So just barely tapped that 9 moving average on the 5-minute chart. So yeah, that might have been the bounce spot, to be honest. Let's see if this strength holds on the 1-minute chart. Put our order right below 800. This is already not really what I would want to see off that sell though, so I'm going to be looking to close this trade depending how this 1-minute candle closes. If we can get some pullback. Yeah, that 15-minute candle is looking a little indecisive right now. Now we're pushing back up. So I'm going to be looking to close this out here in a second. Still getting that strength on gold. See if it catches a bounce at the top of this range. Gold's starting to look a little weaker as well now. We'll close this out at 30-point stop. And if we end up coming lower, might come target that middle of the 15-minute range. We got an ad. Why did you choose that buy limit level? Originally, I was just targeting the next kind of, there we go, area of support. Expecting some follow through on this down move, but should have been looking at the 5-minute chart because we were right about testing this previous little pattern here and the 9 moving average. So that actually would have been a better spot to try and long from with a stop below probably 790. But you live and you learn. Good thing we stopped out of that. Yeah, definitely should have been peeping the 5-minute chart. Gold, we have the low of the session at 572. Try to hop into the momentum long here on that slight pullback. Couple seconds till this 5-minute candle close. A little bit of a high entry there, but it's pretty strong right now. Excuse me. Getting some weakness on gold. Potentially coming for 900 on NASDAQ. If we get up to 900, we do have a level here at 890s. And then kind of nothing really significant until we get up to 950s. Yeah, so that area that I got short from should have been the level that I got long from as we were testing the 9 on the 5-minute chart. That would have been a primo entry for this move right here. 816 was that entry going short. So if we were going long there, be up about 70 points right now. Thinking about adding one at 76 at that pivot. Kind of just more interested to see if we get to 900 or not. Do I want to add? My entry is just a bit high. It's going to bring my average too far up. I think. Let's take a look at the 5. So far holding this pivot pretty nicely. But we'll see what happens. Alright, I'm just gonna add 1. And if we get stopped out, I'm gonna keep my risk break even. And we're just gonna target the 90s. Alright, stopped out there, break even. Pretty aggressive push through there. Was holding that pivot nicely. So we should still be down about only 600 on the day. 780. Probably got a bad fill on that push. Let's see. Yeah, got filled 4 points lower than my stop. Don't like to see that, but alright, so we gotta be patient here. Got to be patient here. Gold is not really setting up with any decent patterns for me. Just kind of chopping around. NASDAQ is definitely the cleaner mover today. Just need to lock in and get a good entry. Retesting that previous day high at 846. off of the 21 moving average. Still not really an area I'm trying to short gold. Anything here is just kind of an early entry for a potential move that's going to happen, but again, not really setting up very cleanly to go lower at the moment. NASDAQ is starting to look a little weaker now on the 1 minute. 5 minute is just having a retrace back to the moving average, haven't broken the 9 still. So far, just a pullback. I'm gonna stay patient. Should I change my background lights to red now? I feel like it's only right. Gotta do it. Womp womp. $15-minute chart. Big rejection off of that pivot at the 876s. We set a big range there out of the open, so hourly chart is looking meh. Oh man. All right, we need a couple base hits here. Couple base hits. High of that 15-minute range is 827. Sitting at 843 right now. Okay, gold. Is gold just possibly setting up a bull flag here on the 5-minute chart? Not super clean, but you see what I'm looking at. Smelling what I'm stepping in. NASDAQ catching that push off the 840s. This is really a buy low, sell high environment. Gotta be getting in on these pullbacks. This is a very clean hold of 840. Right up to 870. Okay, gold potentially making a move lower. We got low of the session at 72s. We got a low here at 76. So let's see what she wants to make happen. Well, our bull flag is now invalidated. Minute chart looking a little nasty. Still got 9 minutes till the close, so could turn around, of course, coming into the VWAP. Again, not an area that I want to be shorting gold on this freight train move that it's on. So just got to be watching and waiting. Watching and waiting. See, I know not to short gold at the lows. Why don't I know not to short NASDAQ at the lows? Pretty clean bounce off the 9. It's the trend that we're seeing today. Bounce here, bounce here. Ew. There it is. Been waiting for that. Wow, very strong push up on gold. So exactly why I was not looking for shorts right there, because we're just in this overall very strong move up on gold. And even if we pull back a little bit, buyers step right back in, drive the price right back up. So ooh, sorry. Gold gold would have to really convince me that it's going to sell off if I were to look for shorts. Right now, I'm not convinced. Although this 5-minute chart is setting up for it. I think NASDAQ is coming for that 900 level. It's looking choppy right now. Okay, gold rejecting the moving averages. Still coming into VWAP though on the 5-minute chart. I'm gonna get something to drink real quick. Yeah, is it?
One spicy, one ranch. A medium beverage, medium fries, all for just $9. Price and participation may vary.
Wasn't even skippable. All right, let's see what gold does here at the VWAP. $15-minute chart looking a little nasty. So we rejected right at that level I had at 95s. Kind of to be expected. Like I was saying, there's a lot of resistance there overnight. So 20-point sell-off from that level. NASDAQ just chopping around. Just chopping around. still holding above the 15-minute range. Still holding the 9. Nasdaq getting that buying reaction close to the VWAP. Oops. Did I say Nasdaq? Gold. I am potentially going to accept my red day and cut the stream off at an hour and a half. Right now I'm down 782 on my Trade 500 account, but I'm up 2,471 on my other Trade 500 account. So made this last night on gold as we were pushing up. And yeah, so thinking about just calling it there. It's Monday, no news coming out today. Nothing really driving the market, clearly. We had a nice push up in the morning, but we've just been chopping around. So if we don't get a move here in the next, kind of 15-ish minutes coming into 8 o'clock, then probably going to go ahead and call it for this session. As I'm saying that, Nasdaq pushes up about 20 points there off of the 835s to 855. 5-minute chart wants to hold that 9 moving average. We did get a close below it here on this candle, and now we're flipping right back above. So indicators are still pointing up. VWAP is still pointing up. No real reason to try to go short here unless you're just trying to snipe snipe the highs, which is never really a great idea. Should have taken that long on gold off of the session low. Session low with VWAP right below, so that would have been a decent opportunity there. Just don't know how much higher gold wants to go. We've been pushing all-time highs for a few days now, so we're above 5,000, which is good, but as far as continuation goes, you know, there's really no targets per se to the upside. There's no areas of resistance to the left anymore on charts. So, you know, we go to the daily. This is it. We're at all-time highs right now. So, since our last area of consolidation, 650s, you know, we're up over 400 points from that level now over the last week. So, you know, is gold going to continue to just truck along? Possibly, but let's take a look at our buddy silver. Sitting at 111. Wow. Kind of cool. Let's take a look at ES. Hasn't broken highs yet. See if NASDAQ breaks above this pivot here, takes out session highs. Session highs are right about 886. Getting stuck in this range here. I definitely don't want to get caught trying to go long at the top of this range and we get rejected all the way back to the lows. So what I would need is a break and retest. Which we might get. It's trying to break right now. Trying to. Came up to equal highs there, did not break. Retesting the pivot. 876. There's the break above. So now we're probably going to come into 900s. Sorry. Gold off session lows was nice. Don't know why I wasn't paying a little more attention to that one. Nasdaq just not really holding these moves too well. Potentially looking at a little bull flag here on the 1 minute. See how it sets up. Coming into 8 o'clock here, we got an hourly candle close in about 5 minutes. So right now it's looking bullish. Here's a 5-minute candle closure. Just opened up a new 5-minute candle. Gold making its push back up towards that high now at 95s. All right, we're gonna just try Nasdaq coming into 900s. See if we can break above with some oomph. Nice push on gold. Up above 91s now. Nasdaq not having that same energy. ES not quite above session highs yet, so Nasdaq is going to be that leading index right now. Not risking too much on this trade. Less than 10 points. Either we're going to break or we're not. And looks like we're not at the moment. Yep, we're not. All right. Yep. I'm going to have to call it here. Not having a good read right now. This always happens in the morning session when I'm streaming. I don't know why. I need to go back and review my streams. Look at my trade entries. Gotta end with the red lights, unfortunately. But been live for about an hour and a half. Let's see, 15-minute chart. 15-minute chart on gold looks very nice. Down 1100 on the day here. All good. All right. I might not stream tomorrow, but I'll definitely be streaming Wednesday after the Fed meeting, after we get the interest rate decision. I think that's kind of what the market needs to get a little, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Feeling a little sick. I hope this doesn't develop into something worse. But, all right. See y'all boys on Wednesday.